up live, up and away.
Ready up live.
Ready up live.
Ready up live.
What's up everybody, Greenskull here for 16 minutes of brand new Halo 4 footage. I took all this at PAX and decided to compile it into one video. So I'm going to show you guys all of this footage and talk about my experiences with Halo 4. I'm going to tell you what I think, all the stuff I got to do in it. A lot of people have been asking me to do this, so finally I'm getting it done. And let you guys know what I think about Halo 4. So right here we have a really interesting intro cinematic. We didn't get to watch all of it because they cut us off. This intro alone, it just looked so good. I can't say enough about Halo 4. Just an amazing game, a lot of fun, the graphics are just phenomenal. So it's funny right here, you see them end it and all of us going, oh, we all get upset about it.
What have you done?
And that's a screen you're probably going to be greeted with when you first start up Halo 4. I got a lot of shots of armor customization that I never actually put into a video because they weren't entire shots. So you can see some different colors, different helmets, different visors here that you haven't seen in other videos anywhere else. So if any of you are brown Spartan fans or you like a blue visor, there's a shot for you. There's my favorite helmet in the game, War Master on a yellow Spartan. Again, this is just showing you some different colors of Spartans, different visor types, etc. Here's all the different visor types, lots of cool colors. I love the iridescent visors, but you know me guys, I gotta go with the green visor. I love the green visor. The green visor's not made by Lethbridge Industrial though, but I don't care. It's green, I love green. That'll be the one thing on my Spartan not by Lethbridge Industrial. The amount of customization on these Spartans is awesome. I love the visors, I love the designs of the colors and the skins. Now, I'm really hoping we will have some DLC armor content. It's never been done before in a Halo game. I'd love to see it really freshen up the look of your character. Here's a little bit more. Check out the helmets on a brown Spartan. A lot of Lethbridge Industrial helmets here. I'll point some out. Might miss a few of them. If you look in the bottom right, you can see manufacturer. Lethbridge Industrial are actually, it's a reference to us. It's a reference to me and Minolta. There's Lethbridge Industrial. That's the city I live in. I live in Lethbridge. And it's a really awesome reference to us. Now what's really funny here is while we were filming this, we wanted to get all the helmets. However, a fan came up and actually said, "Are you Minolta?" Steps in front of us, like, no big deal, but it's just really funny, so I'll let you guys watch that.
Hey, are you Minolta? Yeah, I watched Ready Up Live.
Oh, right on. Nice to meet you. Greenskull's right here.
Oh, hey, Greenskull.
Now here's showing off some colors of your Spartan on a Spartan repping Recon. The secondary just looks so cool. I'm really excited to see what customization I will use when I first start the game. I love customization in games, and this is really taking it to the next level. Here's some player cards you can see. I really like this. Really able to check out the other guy's armor, see who all's in the game. Got a lot of shots of people customizing their loadouts. So I just want to go through this, show some people what's up in here. We obviously got the DMR there. I think I logged the most time with the light rifle and the DMR. I love how all the guns play and everyone's gonna have a favorite. But for me, I got the most kills when I was holding the DMR. It's just a very powerful, well-rounded weapon. I didn't actually log a lot of time with different armor abilities. I found myself playing without armor abilities for a significant majority of the time. It's a very interesting thing. I did really well in all my games of Halo 4 despite not really using armor abilities. So if that doesn't say anything, I don't know what does. You don't need armor abilities that much. I think that's a good thing though. They're not going to be unbalanced, they're not unfair, they just switch up how you play a little bit. But for me, I definitely think Jetpack was the most useful for how I play. I really like the verticality of it. I like to just quickly hop over big things. So let's hop into some gameplay now. From here on out, it will only be gameplay. No customization screens, nothing like that, just game. Even being in a turret is a lot more fun in Halo 4. I had a lot of fun being driven around and just shooting at people. Whether you're a driver, whether you're a passenger, whatever you are, you're going to be rewarded with medals for whatever you play. So really, it's whatever you want to do. For someone like me, I'm always a driver, and I can get rewarded for that, and I love that. It's probably worth pointing out that none of these videos are actually us playing. There might be a shot of Naked Eli playing in here somewhere, maybe. It's just people we film playing. You can see the pulse grenade going off there. Now, the pulse grenade doesn't stop vehicles, which was a little confusing to me. I haven't found a really good use for that grenade yet. For me, it's a no-brainer to spawn with stickies. I love the ability to stick people, or even if you're about to die, whip a sticky at your feet. Easy to get kills with. Maybe once the game comes out, someone will find a good use for the pulse grenade, but I just couldn't find it. Here's a very obvious skin on the battle rifle here. The skins just add that much more awesomeness. Active Camo looks really good in Halo 4. I was surprised quite a few times by guys with Active Camo. I would turn around a corner and bam, they'd pop out of it. So run over here to pick up the flag and you notice you can see the Fotis armor there. That unicorn armor on that Spartan there. So you'll see right away, it's pretty obvious what armor you're wearing in Halo 4. And you'll also see you have a Magnum when you pick up the flag. You always have a Magnum on you. Whether or not you're holding a Magnum, you will pull a Magnum out when you pick up the flag, so you're not completely defenseless. We like to call it the Flagnum. Spread the word, kids. I got a lot of awesome kills running backwards away from the enemy base. So the joy of this video is there's a lot of variety in it. Here you'll see him hop into a mongoose, drive along, and almost get this awesome splatter. We were all cheering for him, but oh, he missed it. Here it comes. Will he get it midair? Nope, he missed it. Oh, so close. A for effort, buddy. Vehicles handled really well in Halo 4. They felt a lot easier to drive. They were like Halo Reach where you flipped if you hit a pebble. They actually drive nice. He's about to grab the turret here, but he notices guys coming, so he pops into invisibility, hides behind him, bam, comes up on him, almost gets the assassination, doesn't quite get it, so he takes him out with the AR. Much like everyone else, I was a little annoyed and distracted by all the text on screen when I first saw gameplay footage of Halo 4. But now that I've actually played it, I do actually really enjoy it. It has a sense of accomplishment to the game that wasn't there before. Every little thing you do, you're rewarded for it. But it's not over the top. It's not like, hey, you're just amazing, and here, have all these free things. It's simple things like getting a kill or getting a turret kill. Little rewards like that, little notifications, it makes a big difference. Like there's a cool new medal, Flag Joust. It's for killing another guy holding the flag while you're holding the flag. I think that's just a lot of fun. And on the same line of thought, the game explains what's going on a lot better. If you notice in the last shot when he was carrying the flag, it said carrying flag on the top of the HUD. Although it's pretty obvious there's a flag in your left hand, the game really lets you know. For instance, you'll see a few times in this gameplay where a teammate will have a flag and it'll say protect or capture. It's a really simple and interesting way to let you know what you're doing, what the objective is at all times. You'll notice a little bit of shakiness here with the camera. We weren't really that close to screen, we had no tripod, so both Minolta and I were holding our cameras and getting whatever footage we can. So if you see anybody walk by or any shakiness, it's because we're adjusting, we're doing whatever. I cut out a lot of it, but occasionally I'll leave it in just because it's still part of an overall shot. The coolest thing about Halo 4 that really brings it back to its roots is that when you encounter multiple enemies, you'll actually have the chance to kill all of them. There were a lot of times where I got double kills, triple kills, overkills, even higher, just on my own, all by myself. Because we don't have that health system, in Halo Reach the health system really hindered that ability. In Reach, if you go up against a team of say 2 or 3 guys with DMRs, you're gonna get destroyed. It's not easy to take any of them out, you'll be dead in an instant. In Halo 4, you really can. You have a chance to actually hold your own. You can actually take them all out. There were multiple times when I did that. Worst case scenario, take one guy out, quickly run away, hide a little bit, come back out, fight off his buddy. Grenade throwing is a lot different in Halo 4. I don't know what to think of it yet. I honestly have yet to get a stick. I only got sticks on vehicles. That was a lot easier. But on other Spartans, I just couldn't get it. You don't really whip the grenades as much as lob them. It's more of an ODST feel, where if you guys have played ODST, grenade throwing is just... It's kind of hard to explain, but it's just a little bit different. And that's kind of what it's like in Halo 4. It's a very lob motion. It doesn't throw as fast as you think it would, or as far as you think it would. So it's going to take a little bit of relearning how to use grenades. That being said, I think it's going to be a lot more satisfying to actually nail sticks. One thing I really like that hasn't really been talked about that much, the weapons on the ground. I found it was very easy to notice what the weapons were, whether you're near them or not. For instance, right here when he's over top of it, it's very obvious that that's the DMR. I like that it's in the middle of the screen there. It's really hard to make the mistake of accidentally picking up the wrong weapon. You'll see some more rewards here like melee and revenge. Again, these little rewards just make you feel good. So like I mentioned before with the flag, it says escort. The teammate there is carrying the flag, you have to escort him. It makes it really obvious that A, someone's carrying the flag, and B, you gotta help him out. Obviously, that's what you gotta do. We're gonna get people complaining, oh, this is catering to the noobs and the casuals and stuff. But really, it was a subconscious thing for me and a lot of other players. Even having those little things on screen, just to make sure, at no point did I ever feel like it was telling me too much. It really just kept everything in check. Here's a new feature of Halo 4, these end game screens. I think this shot's actually pretty funny because you see that other player running around and meleeing stuff there. So you can still do a little bit when the game's over. But I think the best part of a game coming to an end is the music. When one team's about to win, this epic music starts playing. And if you hear that and you're the winning team, you're gonna feel that much more push to win it, to bring that last flag cap in, or to get those final kills. It really motivates you. However, if you're the losing team, it really freaks you out. You have this da-da-da-da-da music going on, and it really gets your blood pumping. You really want to win when you have that playing. You know they're about to win, and the game is letting you know that. It's a neat touch, and man, my adrenaline was pumping. Whether you're winning or whether you're losing, it really makes it awesome. So we got some Banshee gameplay here. I don't think this is Naked Eli. Naked Eli's a lot better than this. Even on his first playthrough, he was destroying people. But this guy's just going for splatters here. He's flying around the ground, trying to hit people. I really like Exile. You know, I hear people complaining about it because, oh, we've seen too much Exile and stuff, but I had so much fun with Exile. The most fun I've had on a lot of Halo maps that I can even think of. It has this very classic feel to it. And not everyone will agree with me, but it felt very almost blood gulchy to me. You can obviously tell by the colors and stuff on the map, but just the feel of it, it's kind of tight space, but you have a lot of vehicles driving or flying around. You have some close quarters combat, some long sight lines in certain areas. It's a very diverse map. It's a lot of fun. It really just brought me back to the good old days of Halo. Now, as usual, it's pretty obvious that your vehicle's about to go down. You can go check out Naked Eli's channel, Naked Halo on YouTube. He has a lot more stuff about the Banshee. But it definitely is a lot trickier to fly, which I'm all for, so we don't have any Banshee horrors. And if we do, they gotta be skilled. Here we have the fan favorite beam rifle. Snipers are gonna love this. Now this guy's not the greatest, he misses all his shots, but you get a feel for how the weapon works. Pretty much as you'd expect. Snipers rejoice. He also uses his hard light shield here, which I'll talk about. I never found the hard light shield to be anything like armor lock. It's not unfair at all. And actually, the hard light shield's only ever bested me once. The one time the hard light shield actually beat me, in a sense, was when the enemy was across the map. I was shooting at him with the DMR, and he threw up his hard light shield. I had no alternative. He was so far across the map that a grenade would never reach him, nothing else could hurt him. So if you have an enemy who's far away and shooting at you, and you throw up that hard light shield, it's a great line of defense to make sure he can't hit you. However, if he's close, all you gotta do is melee. All you gotta do is use grenades. You can just run around him, do whatever you need to do. So it's very fair in that sense. It's not like armor lock. Armor lock was very close quarters. If you're in trouble in close quarters, you just went down to armor lock. Hard light shield doesn't really work too well in close quarters because you'll just get meleeed or attacked from another angle. So for that reason, I'm all for hard light shield. The saw's a very interesting new weapon in the mix. They've described it before as having to literally just hold on the trigger, and I really did. To get a kill, you can't let go. You've really got to fire all those shots. You just got to let it rip. So it's a lot of fun to use. It's very useful in close quarters. We got some good grenade gameplay here, so you can kind of see what I was talking about before, how they're kind of lobbed. And we see the grenade indicator here for a second. Now, the grenade indicator was interesting. That's one of those things that's like, oh, it's so Call of Duty. But I really, really liked it. There was quite a few times where I saw, for instance, 2 grenade indicators, one pointing up, one pointing down. I just went, uh-oh, boom. You know that you're about to lose your life. As opposed to in the past with Halo, you might not even recognize that. You'd just be standing there and you'd blow up and you'd be, what killed me? This game makes it very obvious what kills you, and I'm a big fan of that. We got the grenade indicators, for instance, even the tank is very obvious of the shots. Very long white streaks on them. Many of the weapons have that. That's something I really like about Halo. It's not a camping game. You almost always know where other enemies are, and that's why Promethean vision isn't even that overpowered, because you know where those enemies are at most of the times. Halo has always been that way. If they're not here, they're there. The turret's incredibly powerful in Halo 4. The turret's been very different throughout the Halo games. In this one, it's a lot of fun to use. It's one of those things that I can definitely see myself picking up a lot more. Some quick thruster pack gameplay here. Thruster pack surprised me. I found it was interesting in combat scenarios. I dodged quite a few bullets that way, but people think you'd use it with sprints, like you'd be sprinting along and use that to get further. It should by no means be used for maneuverability. It doesn't really get you far. It's a short little burst, and it's not worth it. It doesn't help you very much. It's great in combat, but don't expect to be using it to get from A to B. He picks up the sticky detonator here, and I have nothing but praise for the sticky detonator. I've had some awesome kills. I got an overkill with this sucker. It's satisfying whether you leave it as a mine or tag someone directly, both of which just feel great. If you hit someone, you see that flashing light on them, and just to make sure everybody knows, it's not like Halo Reach where you hold the trigger and let go. You press it once and then press it again to fire it. So you can literally just leave it somewhere and run away and then just press it again whenever you want. I want to see some people attach this to their vehicles Battlefield style, run into combat, and detonate it. That'd be wicked. But going back to that overkill story, I started out with the DMR kill, got a headshot on a guy, picked up the sticky detonator, fired it into a guy, right on, boom, detonated. Second kill, fired it right in the middle of a little hallway. Guy ran through, blew him up. Third one, nailed the guy right on the face, blew him up. So satisfying. I gotta say, it's probably my favorite weapon in Halo 4. So we got some Banshee gameplay here, then some BR gameplay, and then some Ghost gameplay. Nothing too special, so I want to talk about the light rifle. A lot of people have been asking me about the light rifle, looking up footage about it and stuff like that. People are very curious about it, and it's definitely an interesting weapon. They should be curious about it. I gotta say, next to the DMR, it's my favorite weapon. It was the first weapon I ever used in Halo 4. Came first place with it. Very good weapon, very solid. I don't know if everyone will agree with me on this, but I found it was the longest range of the starting weapons, of the initial loadout weapons, between the DMR and the BR and stuff like that. Because when you're zoomed in, you have that single shot. I nailed a lot of really awesome cross-map headshots, all the way across Exile, really got some great kills with it. And then you got the burst fire when you're up close. A lot of good kills there also. The zoom on it is what makes it worth it. I'm still probably going to pick the DMR over most things, but I'm definitely going to have a secondary loadout with that light rifle for bigger maps. At PAX, I spent a lot of time hanging out and talking with some 343 employees, one of which let me in on a funny little thing about this map Exile here. The grass is too green, and that may likely be fixed before Halo 4 comes out. So if you watch this video very closely, look at the grass. It's a little too neon. It's a little too unrealistic. He wasn't very satisfied with it, so I expect it to be looking a lot more normal when the game comes out. But there's a little insider info for you there, guys. You heard it here first. If you guys saw my Frankie interview, I asked him about the Ghost, and I said it was a little underpowered, where he didn't think so. A lot of people agreed with me, though. We found that in the Ghost, it was a lot harder to get splatters. Your jump height, you just kind of stay up there. It's a lot easier to dodge those splatters. There was quite a few times where I drove right underneath guys. It was very easy for them to get out of my way. And I find turning and stuff in the Ghost is a little bit trickier this time around. And firing it just didn't seem as strong. I'm very iffy on the Ghost at this point. But according to Frankie, people have been complaining that it's overpowered. So I guess I gotta get more hands-on time with it. But as I played it, I wasn't the biggest fan of it. So that's nearing the end of this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I put a lot of work into this. You have no idea how hard it is to commentate for 16 minutes. I'm not a commentator. It's not what I do. I like to do gameplay stuff and stuff like that. So this is out of love for you guys. You guys are awesome. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing, liking, favoriting, commenting, etc. I love seeing your comments, guys. Please continue commenting on my videos. Let me know what you think. When it comes to this video, ask me questions. I'll respond to a lot of them. Ask me anything you want to know about Halo 4. I will respond with replies to you. I can't get around to everybody. I'm a busy guy lately. That's honestly why I haven't been putting out much videos. Some people are thinking, oh no, he's not doing Halo anymore. But let me reassure you, Halo is my main game, and it always will be. When Halo 4 comes out, the content that will be coming your way is crazy. Lots of collabs with people like Naked Eli, Bravo, Duquesne, lots of people. Very exciting. We're going to try getting back on a normal schedule. School started up. I've been having a lot of fun. I'm going to be honest here. It hasn't been really homework as much as I've been partying and stuff. And, you know, for a YouTuber, I do a lot of that. So again, thanks for watching, guys. If you really like this, be sure to share it with your friends. Like, favorite, comment, subscribe. See you guys next video.
At the end of Halo 3, obviously, you see a Master Chief frozen in cryo sleep around this weird world. Even back then, not just me, but lots of people had ideas about what that world was and what it could contain and what it meant to the universe. I think the only thing that was, you know, absolutely 100% was its Forerunner. And the rest of it sort of organically and naturally evolved from that as we started to think about where we wanted to take this story,